Doesn't matter
Fox
when
always
he's
high.
Yeah. Okay. I think this pick kind of salvages the Spear Breaker for me. Grimstroke plus Spear Breaker, an insanely strong combo. Like, I just like Grimstroke. I really can't believe we haven't seen that much in NA. It was popular in SA, SCA, and CIS, just not in NA.
Do you double charge?
No.
No.
You do not double charge. You do not
Do the
double
splits real
never
You
quick?
can't
Just saying
split
swell.
your body and have. What are you talking
say, do the
about?
splits, you know.
He just
rip
goes
his
straight
body
down
up.
the middle, completely whiffs both of them.
What kind
Through
of
the post.
Come on, BSJ.
Hey, you know, you gotta dream big.
Yeah, so
That's
they have
true.
nothing to actually utilize the Grimstroke ultimate.
I'm
yet.
sure they'll pick something right now. Wraith King.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that. I don't hate that.
They've got a lot of burst on Kookaburra.
Yeah. You obviously can't pick. Like, I like Wraith King because, right, you can't pick, like, another hero like Sven because you're versus Shadow Demon. Like, Wraith King really does feel like the only carry who +1s with the Grim.
I know I'm making a ballsy pick. We haven't seen much Wraith King, but
You guys saw it once with Leo Beast Coast playing it, right?
He owned.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it. It's really, really good.
It's really the hero's good when if you hit a Radiance timing, like you're the strongest hero in the game at some point. And in this game, it looks like a sick Radiance game. If I'm honest, it's good against all the heroes. The SD illusions are kind of annoying, but like that shouldn't entirely
Dissuade
dissuade
you.
is
you.
it
Yeah.
true? Somebody told me that if you spam click Radiance when you're disrupted, your illusions won't come out with a Radiance.
You want me to test it?
I would like that to be tested. 'Cause somebody told me that. I'm like, is that true?
Me test right now.
Like, so you get put under and you spam
And you
click it while
spam
you're
it, and what
under.
that means is like.
What's your password, Brian?
Yeah, just say it out loud.
Okay, wait. PASSWORD.
Okay. Okay.
Did you get that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's
perfect.
in.
Wow, I'm in.
Nailed
It's
it.
a good thing Twitch chat doesn't know how to spell.
Yeah, they probably W0RD. I can't figure it out.
That was high tier.
Whoa.
Oh.
Pugna.
Give him the sucky suck.
All right.
That is, I mean, it's a pretty good.
They have a lot of gap close. And
You do double
purge the
drain, right?
You purge the decrep. You
You
do
go
double drain. You do double drain.
You
That
pretty
does make
secret.
no sense.
Yeah.
This.
If
What?
you can
Are
double,
you sure?
you can
You
do
should,
double
right?
drain. Yeah, you should.
I'm
be able to.
90% sure.
Because
you
people
double
told me
drain.
that, oh, Razor, you double link, but you don't.
You don't, yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely don't for that
You
one.
want me to test
Okay,
all
then
these?
test the illusions with Shadow Demon and then test the Pugna Drain.
Okay.
I'm only going to say this. I think this is probably Nine's best middle hero, besides maybe Zeus. I really like him on
Yeah.
Pugna. I don't think it's the best overall pick, but it's very, very good versus Leshrac. It's his best hero. He's probably going to dominate the lane.
They have a lot of gap close though, and
Yeah,
you
that's the
purge the
problem.
decrep with Shadow Demon.
Dude, I just really like Kookaburra's setup, right? You got a Shadow Demon with a Leshrac, Centaur, Elder, Titan. Like, you should be able to just control the tempo of this game super
I
hard.
like their draft way better than J.Storm's.
Yes, a lot more.
And
How
they
do you,
banned the joke for
is
the
it-
double Omni Slash. That doesn't happen.
But
You can always select enemy hero on the left bar instead, just
Oh, they made it easier.
in a way. Yes.
It should just be
In a
Shadow
way.
Demon, but it's fine.
I really like Kookaburra's draft, actually. Like, just
I
the
need
first
to.
four versus first four. It feels like they can just do a lot more with the heroes they have. Meanwhile, Spirit Breaker is going to need, like, the Grimstroke, the Pugna. He just wants to kind of sit alone in his lane for quite some time.
If they get a good frontliner.
Spam it. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I got to actually get my hotkeys and stuff. This is actually.
You want to know,
something
like, you're talking about a frontliner on J.Storm, Cap?
Yeah.
Don't they already have a Spear Breaker or Timber? You want someone even more
Yeah, like I'm
fronty?
okay with just like just one more frontliner for
Oh, it turns
Pugna
off.
Grimstroke to work off.
It does?
of.
Yeah, I think it turned off. I'm pretty sure. I'll
You
try it
think?
again after.
Is Wraith King taking burn damage?
Well, his Radiance people are off.
Sven.
Oh, there you go.
Dude, and this is a Sven into a Shadow Demon. This is like what we said. we
That's
didn't
what I
really
thought.
want.
Like the option for Wraith King, like
Yeah, it's
the
off.
other option.
It's
Nice.
off.
So yeah, you can turn Radiance off against Shadow Demon.
I was able to consistently do it.
I do not like this pick. One
And
bit.
then
I
we have to
really
test the double suck that's actually going to happen in this game because they didn't pick Wraith King.
Okay. Select
No one
one.
cares, Grant. We're in testing mode. Grant's just talking to himself over there.
Oh,
I don't like
wait.
this draft.
Cap,
You-
answer
you-
with me. Whose draft do you like
haven't
more?
tuned
Like,
out-
all
We'll
right.
see what the
Grant, by
last
this
pick
point?
is from
Do you
Kookaburra,
like
but
J-
I
do
do
you
have
like
a
those
problem
five
with
heroes?
Sven. Yeah,
I-
like
It just looks weird on the Dire side. Like, I don't know.
I
feel
would
like they
preferred
could-
Wraith King just because it feels like Wraith King could offer you just constant damage while he's being kited because of
Yeah.
Radiance, right?
I also feel like you just picked a bunch of heroes on J.Storm that are good for your draft, but didn't actually counter the opponent.
And then we saw the Shadow, like, right? The whole thing about Wraith King is who cares if Shadow Demon ults a Wraith King? He'll come back alive. A Sven, when he gets ulted, like, that's you in a fight
Well,
now.
Wraith King still has a stun, and he's still burning
Yeah.
people. Sven has to be hitting you.
How do you spawn
Grimstroke?
a new hero? Yeah. What's
Just
it?
create Grim, I think.
They have 2 different percentage-based damages.
Okay,
Soul
I got it.
Catcher and Elder Titan Ultimate.
Oh, to max.
They're taking their time, but AM. Okay, so it's just, I like it, because you're just going to be running around with 4 heroes owning while this AM gets 6 slotted.
I'm on the Kookaburra train here.
I'm
Okay.
very far on it. I hope I don't
Isn't
look
it
dumb.
terrible against Sven? But it's just good against the
It's
other, everybody else.
it's just Sven's usually too fast, right? But I don't think they're going to be able to punish the rest of his lineup. The only concern I've actually had this whole time is Brow's ability to win
Win a
mid
lane,
lane.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
think
like, if
Nine's
they
going to
lose
dump
mid-
on him. This
yeah.
is his best hero by far, and it's a good matchup.
Yeah, so I'm going to base the entire result of this game on whether or not Bryle does okay mid, and if he does okay mid, Kookaburra's got it.
I also think I am a little bit scared of like the laning fate, right? Sven, Grimstroke, Spirit, if you want to run that tri lane, which I think they do, that is very potent. Like you will be getting a ton of kills in that lane, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if Kookaburra makes it out of the laning phase, they're gonna win. I think if J.Storm just literally dumps on him, yeah.
I've got the control to level up the Grim, so I'm doing it the old-fashioned way.
It's up there in the top
You just
left,
level
I
up,
think, if you hold it.
level
and
up
then-
25. Or level bots 25.
I have him.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
level
yeah,
bots
right.
25.
Uh,
Level bots.
Okay. Then I do this.
I've done this a little too much on stream sometimes, so.
Hey, what's that meme where like you take off your glasses like
and there's another pair of sunglasses underneath. Damn, Grant.
Oh,
You
you
do
do.
get
That
the
was
double.
not
do-
on screen, Grant.
You do
damn
double
it, well,
suck.
it's too late now. All right, well, me and BSJ, we are going to be flying
double
out
suck.
to
Okay.
outer space. Good luck to both teams mostly. Let's just get out there and have fun.
Have fun on your moonwalk, Grant and BSJ.
Goodbye, friends. You do double zuck, though, as Grant would say. Oh, that is a dance. You guys miss Grant dancing?
I miss Grant dancing all the time.
Bye, Grant. Oh, he's shaking out of here with his milkshake that the EU squad bought us. Joke's on them. We enjoyed all of it.
That's an old milkshake by now. All right, sorry guys. I had to fix my chair shit up. All right, an early smoke up from J.Storm, who are currently TI lives on the line right now in this series against Kookaburra. The
Okay.
early smoke up to try and I think he was supposed to catch the centaur when he does
Yes.
this like mid play.
They
but
might still. He's pretty low. If they find the angle right now, as Rezo might be a little bit too late, though.
yeah, but they spotted him when they went up to the high ground. One of the smokes
Nope.
popped. So
There we go. Looks like, I mean, this should just end. There's no real... I like Bryle going there for that reason.
Yeah, protecting his centaur.
You catch the back end, you hold the line, and if somebody comes in, then Moo can either just suicide or he can run up the top left and all the way around.
King RD. Got a couple of charges there off the Spirit, but he's still going to be Inkswell Sun on all 3. Great positioning from Resolution. The disruption going down, though, surrounded by 4 heroes. King RD will be fine. It's Resolution who will end up dying, giving away the first blood to Bryle.
Oh, that is awkward.
They're also going to be able to contest the Bounty Rune, which is actually picked up by 1437. He grabs
Get
it.
that nice and early. No slow on him.
And apparently nobody at top is getting Bounty Runes. Hello?
No, it's fine.
Moo?
It's fine.
Why didn't Mook get it?
Moo? I'm not sure, actually.
He prioritized blocking the
block.
creep wave.
That's a lot of gold, man. Moon even went for the second one because he's like, oh, okay.
Weird. They should have had all 4, right?
Yeah, I think so. I would agree with you there.
Well, weird times. So we are going to have Tri-Lane versus Tri-Lane. An Elder Titan Tri-Lane at that, but at the same time, this is definitely a kill combo. Stun into the Inkswell, but a good disruption save. We'll save him for 1 stun, but there's going to be a 2nd stun. That's going to be coming out for the Storm Hammer. King RD tries to book it into the trees, pops a Fairy Fire, hoping to be able to hide away, but Fear, he cuts him off and makes sure to get the little bit of vengeance. Not the first blood, though.
Which draft did you like better while I was trying to test all these theorycraft stuff for you guys?
Everyone agreed they liked Kookaburra's lineup a bit more. I'm not totally set on the Animage, but
if it gets online, it's going to be real nice.
yeah. And BSJ, I think he said that if Bryle does okay mid lane, then Kookaburra definitely has it.
It's really annoying playing Lesh versus Pugna at almost all phases of the game because it changes the way that you play. You can't go for that Sumail-esque build. You actually have to go for a BKB like as early as you possibly can. You just deal so much damage to yourself, even just having your ulti on and not thinking about it.
Yeah.
Your hero naturally has a low base HP pool to work with too.
So what do you do, like Yules into BKB or Bloodstone BKB, or what's the build?
Yules into BKB seems really weird. But you kind of need Yules against the Sven and the... You need it against the Sven, Grimstroke, and the Spirit Breaker. It's
Yeah.
good against all three, so you're probably forced into buying it.
It even helps sometimes against heroes like the Timbersaw Pugna.
Yeah, I would completely agree with that. Today, though, both teams have had a disappointing showing, I'd say. I think
Yeah.
J.Storm even more so, considering they were probably the betting odds favored against Beast Coast. But we saw that Beast Coast can compete. They were the team that gave forward by far their stiffest test.
Moo. Just chasing away Moon Meander.
Dude, this is the one matchup that Centaur does not thrive in.
Yeah.
Because of the stats.
At the same time, like, Moo doing this also means that he's missing out on this.
Yes.
So, like, if you are not in your safe lane, if you are in your off lane, you cut the waves, then the Timbersaw contesting you is going to come at a price. And that price is apparently a full creep wave, because he's still going to chase down Moon Meander, because he knows Moon Meander's just going to keep on doing this over and over again unless Moo somehow puts a stop to it.
He needs boots, though, to get the actual kill.
Yeah.
What he's trying to do is get him to TP out, and then he'll deal with it after.
Yeah.
But this now I don't like. I think you actually have to turn around now.
Yeah, it's getting a bit much. Mid lane, 15-2 compared to Leshrack's 16-3. Is the laning phase supposed to go okay for Leshrack?
Yeah, I think overall the lane, it's just a nether ward, but you're not going to level like one level nether ward early, right? You can just trade out farm. Lightning is still always one of the most efficient ways to CS. Plus, I think his level like 1 and 2 stuns are really strong too. Man, this Timbersaw,
That was so weird.
you don't like it?
It can't be good.
I mean, he's still winning in CS.
Yeah, but
despite all that.
like, isn't it also like if you are gimping each other, right? Isn't it more beneficial for Centaur, who needs less to work with? Timbersaw naturally needs more.
I mean, if you're slowing down the game with the Centaur enough, I think it's okay. And I think Moo will just go right back to it now that he's got boots, and that is indeed.
Now he's on the hunt. Now I can agree with this, because it means Moon is gonna have to TP, right?
Yeah.
Or hit a good stomp. No, he TPs.
He's just got to TP out. Now you've won the lane.
Yeah.
So he's got to walk all the way up, and if you get chased out like that again, like 3 buzzsaws and you're dead.
Charge in. The Inkswell actually put on the creep wave. Still managed to hit King RD, but
interesting.
Definitely not what they wanted out of that. The NMH 20-7 compared to our Sven 20-6, so pretty much even CS in the try versus try. Though can't afford that one. 1437, give him a free range creep deny with the use of the Stroke of Fate. Got to be careful with that ability. It's great for securing last hits on CS, but if you use it to ever harass, you hit the range creep, it's always going to get denied. 5-minute bounty runes coming up. King RT is willing to fight this one, even against the charge Inkswell. He's going to get double stunned up. Ritsu's going to make his way over. He's already taken so much damage to the disruption's going to buy time, though, for Ritsu to be able to burn everybody's mana. And he's even going to blink over and pick up the bounty runes. So, J.Storm could have had 2, but got into a fight and lose one of them. Top bounties. One taken by Moon, the other one taken by Moo. And they just kind of have to do this, right? Because you can't give Timbersaw the tri-lane matchup.
No, absolutely not.
So this is just going to continue for a while. We are trying to go for some sort of play on mid, but King RT scouts out most of it. Fresh ward placed behind the tower in fear, positioning himself so he can push Bryle into the Pugna with this charge.
I don't even know if that
is
leads to
not
a
too
kill.
far
That was the
away.
problem. Maybe with 1437 here, but he's going to see King RD, and they're devoting 2 supports to this.
Stomp going down. TP coming in. The Shadow Demon's going to be here soon, but the Pugna immediately gets on top of Bryle, who's going to be pushed farther into him. Now the Grimstroke does end up going down, and Fear takes a lot of damage from Bryle as he passes on through, and I don't think he's going to make it out, as sure enough, his charge not up fast enough. Bryle with the 2 levels of Lightning Storm.
I'm not sure like how they thought that was going to work.
Yeah, I don't know.
They don't have enough damage to kill the Lesh. I thought maybe 1437 there would change things, but once you use like the Decrep Blast, and if he's not dead by then, he's fine.
A weird situation. Stampede going out, but they still managed to get the kill. This looks like he was controlled up just long enough for the Whirling Death to go down.
This is the one benefit, is that they can always kill Moon with the help of the Timbersaw.
Yeah.
But that mid lane, you can just let the Pugna chill, I think. He's going to win, because his natural game is better. So they can just win 2 lanes. I think the problem is the supports don't want to be bottom. Spiritbreaker, Grim don't pressure this anti-mage. And you're just giving him levels while hampering your Sven's game. So they're trying to give Rezo comparable levels to the anti-mage. But I'd even prefer if they just went and stacked or something.
Yeah, they have a Grimstroke who can stroke fate one camp and right-click another, so... Got some aggressive wards down, one of which to be able to block this stack. And Resolution's just going to be hanging out by himself. Do you think that's Rezo's call? Saying like, hey, I need you just solo.
Yeah, probably.
You guys are hampering my experience too much. Moo, you
I mean,
need to be able to find a
right?
way to deal with him, though.
They can't help him at that bottom lane, like I said. So
yeah.
And the anti-mage knows he's fine alone. He's not going to die to any combination of them. It's just not enough damage. Plus, he's got 1 level of the res and blink.
Oh, Ritsu actually made his way to kill the Pugna. Back over to the top lane, though. Moon Meander's trying to find a way to get these creeps off of the tower, but Moo is just not letting him get away with this one.
Oh, no.
Threatens the stomp, does have a last chakram, hits him, but not enough to finish him off. The rest of the heroes are coming over, though. Moo, he knows he has to get back. Fear can always charge away. He actually takes the last hit on the tower while trying to make his way out, but Bryle with the Invis Rune is going to be able to get the instant stun. A lot of magic damage here on the Timbersaw. He will fall. Fear try to charge into the back line, should be able to escape. His charge is up in just 2 seconds, so.
These are nice core rotations, too. And whenever they rotate, they're actually getting kills, which is helping out quite a bit. But this mid tower is getting beat on by 9, who is doing just fine so far.
It's definitely going to be a problem losing your towers, but I feel like Animage is one of those cores that doesn't need his towers to stay alive.
You just need them to take some time.
Yeah.
That's all. Gonna get the stun.
Pop the God Strength. Really hoping for a bash there, I guess, in the Spirit Breaker.
He's 3.
I guess he's gonna go and pressure the tower or something. Like what? Okay. Hit neutrals some more.
The problem is if he pops it before, then the anti-mage pops his spell reflect.
Yeah.
And so when the stun comes in, there's no way. But still a pretty unlikely attempt, as Rezo's got a Hyperstone queued up. I can't imagine he goes that.
Yeah. Super weird.
This is some innovative Sven build that I've never heard of. I mean, he
It's
was the guy who went like what the he went the Moon Shard. No, that was Matuma Man, right? Remember the Moon Shard, the anti-mage?
Maybe this is Moon Shard Basher Sven.
Yeah, the Battle Fury. He went like the Battle Fury Moon Shards or whatever.
4-2, 10-minute bounty runes. A full club here trying to contest. Looks like this is going to be good for Kookaburra. Nope. Stampede. Moon Meander's not going to let him have it.
Trump card.
3 for 1 to the favor of Kookaburra.
All right, relax, Moon.
Got him. So do you feel like the state of the game is going well for Kookaburra?
Yeah, I think the game is fine for them. Like
Yeah.
because I think what it comes down to is who has like the win condition. And I think that the anti-mage is gonna win them this game. Yeah, I could very easily see a scenario where Sven gets like a Daedalus and like 2-shots him.
Yeah. Even as the towers start falling, because we're probably going to see mid and bottom towers lose for Kookaburra. King RD is going to go for the stomp here, trying to protect himself as well as his anti-mage at the same time. Does get a great stomp. Eats his way through the trees, but obviously there's nowhere to run to, and it looks like this tower should now fall.
They need to just apply pressure on the side of J.Storm right now.
Good catch in the mid lane. They are going to be able to get the disruption kill on 1437, which Bryle will then try and turn into a tower push, but 9 is already rotated in to defend his mid tower. He knows that bottom is free.
Especially with the Timbersaw moving up there. There's no way that the anti-mage comes back into this.
Yeah. And Moo probably just moves to mid lane from here, because he's like, no one can challenge.
You want to force the fight around yourself when you're the strongest hero in the game. Like this, when you're this far ahead. Like you want to make sure that all the action is centered around yourself. Nice disrupt by Kittrick, but he might still go down for this as he no longer has that. Should just get drained to death. Might actually outrun the last bit of it, but
another charge, and also means that his ward placement was spotted. So that can't feel great. Spirit Breaker and then like invis support heroes, man. Trying to get ward vision down against them.
And 1437 is poor.
Yeah.
And again, it just comes down to him not having anything to do in the laning phase.
I mean, so is the Elder Titan. I would say this is Elder Titan.
You're trying to deny the tower together, and they probably have this. Yep. Nice stun by King RD.
Ritsu. He's doing well for himself. Doesn't have the Battle Fury yet, but he's keeping neck and neck with the Sven as well as the Timbersaw, considering he doesn't have his natural farming mechanism just yet. The fact that he's keeping in net worth with the rest of these heroes is a good sign. Try and kill Moon Meander here, see if they can burst him down with a Whirling Death. Doesn't get the Chakram out. They still have the Nether Strike, though. Now the Chakram comes through. Another Whirling Death, but the Stampede goes down. He's able to get away. A big stomp out from King RD. Not a whole lot of damage there. An easy shrine for Kookaburra.
My question now is like, where do you go on the side of J.Storm? Like, what tier 2 tower do you decide to pressure out? Because they already took mid. It's probably bottom, but Anti-Mage loves these kinds of games. It's similar to what we saw when Beast Coast played, where if you're pressuring a lane out, the carry's almost just going to get farmed for free. So you need to be able to just be pushing with like 2 or 3 heroes and then have the rest play defense. Yeah. And it comes down to being able to save this mid tower. If you can save this mid tower, you can control your own jungle still. I think that's why I'd say Kookaburra is like slightly favored, but they do struggle in that regard to like take towers very naturally. So the pressure will always be on them.
That is a bit of a concern for me, is the fact that Kookaburra hasn't taken a tower yet with their last track.
Yeah, what should have happened is they should have taken top after.
Yeah.
I don't even think anybody was really up there. When the Timbersaw rotates down towards bottom, you just move either your anti-mage or your Lush to top, because that mid tower is going to go down to the Pugna. That's the one cool thing and sucky thing about playing against Pugna is like, you know the tower's going to die, so like, it's all good.
Disruption buys him a little bit of time. They do manage to get a stop. Immediately jumping on to 9-9. They get the silence on the 2 of them, but it doesn't matter when their Pugna's already dead. And Moo, while he may be the strongest hero, he's going to rip through them. Does manage to get a nice Chakram to follow up as well. Kookaburra can't take this fight any longer. Oh, that was a lucky stun as Fear charged right through, landed on top of the Timbersaw. When that Split Earth came out, the Chakram slows down Bryle a little bit longer, but with ET providing a little bit of assistance, they can't pursue.
So that'll be a 1-for-1, but more gold for the anti-mage, and that was a kill on 9. Obviously, the 1-to-1 trade is incredibly favorable for them as Fear on the hunt. Just going to charge through into the creep wave.
Get some good ideas about what's happening here in this top lane, whether or not they can take this bounty. Moon Meander's going to try and make the jump. Oh, 9, though. He's got to be careful. The Stampede goes out. They don't actually pursue 9. The Timbersaw's here. Bryle does manage to go. Oh, no. He's going to be slowed down long enough by the Decrepify that Fear will be able to get that Nether Strike that he tried to the first time, but got denied by the Yule. 6-6 now, 15 minutes, and it is a dead even game almost.
Oh, he did go for the Hyperstone. Interesting. So this is a build I haven't ever seen before.
Is this just a big farming build? Like, since you can't build Battle Fury, you build
I guess
more
you don't want to build
speeds?
Mask of Madness or something? You just all in for the... Okay, this is really interesting. I would imagine it's a similar concept as to when the anti-mages used to do Battle Fury into Moonshard instead of going for, like, Yasha.
It's what, 110 attack speed when activated compared to 55, just naturally.
I guess it scales you better, too, is
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, for sure. Because eventually you're going to get rid of that Mask of Madness.
Yeah. you just don't want it in your 6 slot. So a little bit of a build that we haven't really seen before. And he's going to go for the blink after. I guess he's just prioritizing like the burst hit damage.
Yeah.
Trying to get as many swings onto the AM as possible. It makes sense because a drawn-out fight against anti-mage doesn't feel good just because of the mana burn. But being able to burst him like off the bat, especially in this mid-game, is probably the way to do it. I would theorize that's why he got it. And it also helps him keep up with the AM and farm. The downside is like you don't have your own blink, so
yeah,
you're just never really going to be able to keep up with him.
I like for me, what really stuck with me is the economy aspect of like, you'll just, with this Hyperstone, you'll be able to scale better into late game. You're not selling and losing net worth off of selling, you know, those sort of mid-tier items that you eventually want to drop.
Yeah, I guess. It does kind of make sense. I'd have to see what he builds after and how it plays out when it looks like in the fights. I can only guess like what it'll look like.
You could probably still go into crit, right?
Yeah. Bloodthorn's a really nice item in this game too.
Yeah. All right, but what about a Mjolnir? So you're cleaving creeps and lightning proccing them.
Yeah, but AM has his res.
No, it's not. It's not about the heroes. It's about the ultimate creep farmer.
I see. We're just trying to. We can build him stronger.
Exactly. He naturally cleaves and he procs lightning. What could be better at farming creeps?
My one position player is like wet dream.
They get mega. There's like all these creeps around. Resolution's like, this is what the build was made for.
Real galaxy braining it. All right,
now I'm finally online. Charge on through. Disruption is going to stop it. Of course, he instantly pops out thanks to the bulldoze. He's trying to get the Nether Strike on the AM, and he does get it, but now he's in the low ground. Maybe not where he wants to be. But Moo, honestly, Kookaburra just terrified of this Timber Saw, and the rest of J.Storm is on their way as well. The charge is going to be able to catch Kitrak before he can TP out. So he will be the lone loss here of Kookaburra. Nobody else seemed to get caught.
Bulldoze, that's where Grant thinks the hero's broken. You saw how good it was right there as
Yeah.
1437 manages to get out. Brawl had the right idea about things as
The charge is still going out, though. Ritsu.
He's going to think twice about it.
Fine. Battle Fury into a Manta AM while the Blink Dagger is now up for this fence. A Resolution is online. He's ready to kill some stuff, not just creeps. He'll take
It is
on
time
some
to get aggressive on the map everywhere. And there's still no BKB or anything on this Lush. How many levels of the Netherward do we have? It's two. Good enough.
levels.
You can fight.
Yeah.
You can fight around that. Just take all their tier 2s. This is what I felt like they needed last time. They're splitting a little bit. If you notice that the Sven is cutting that top wave, this is how you apply pressure. And you don't make it so that the anti-mage feels good about what's happening right now.
Do you agree with his build?
The Kaya,
Yules?
it's all right. I just think that if there's a well-placed Nether Ward, it's really hard to play Dota.
1437 is going to break the smoke. Nobody has vision on the high ground, so they don't quite see each other, but Moon Meander jumps over, is able to get the stun. Grimstroke gets popped immediately. The charge on through.
Oh,
Managed to land and hit all 5, actually, as the Elder Titan Leshrac trapped in a corner. Fear. It just swings on through, is going to be able to catch Moon Meander as well as the 3-man stomp buys him a little bit of time, as well as the Stampede trying to get far enough away that he can blink, but the charge is on him, as well as Resolution Sven with a blink dagger.
Okay, he swings pretty fast.
Yeah.
And a little bit confused.
He's going Moonshard.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that they decided they could take that fight. We just talked about how the Nether Ward makes it impossible
Yeah.
for you to engage, and they decided to go for it anyways to... Maybe they thought the trade-off of allowing your anti-mage to farm is better, but I have to imagine that it's overall worse. Like, you lost so much for that.
See it on the net worth, just plummeting downwards now to the favor of J.Storm.
Again, you can't fight Leshrac into Pugna if you don't immediately jump the Pugna. That's the only way that the fight looks okay. You have to go on the Pugna first.
Now they're just bleeding out some heroes, unless Brown can turn this one around. The Pugna isn't here yet, so yeah, Fear is dead. But they shouldn't chase too much unless, well, Moon Meander, he TP's in. They think that's okay, but now all of a sudden he's surrounded by heroes. Heroes that don't feel comfortable killing a Centaur because he's got 2,000 HP and a Hood of Defiance.
Moon might just get a freebie here. Nope. The instant silence procs, and Moon is going to back out his Moo. little bit of a tongue twister there. Is going to come in, defend things out.
Yeah, Moo's the only threat to this Centaur, I think.
Hey, this Sven does pretty good too.
Yeah,
He's really farmed on Moon. All right, so he's going for the Hyperstone. This is literally the way that like the old anti-majors played for like a month or two.
yeah. But it made sense for them because the faster they would attack, like the faster you burn people's mana. Here it's like most Svens just want the power of one-shotting someone and rely on Echo Saber for their extra hits.
I guess by not buffing like his base sets too, it makes it so that when the SD disrupts him, it's not as bad.
Okay.
You're getting hit by like this like Sven that doesn't actually do that much. It just sort of attacks fast. I'm trying to think of like every reason why it could possibly be a thing.
Found the other Titan, a great hero to pick off first as it's
That's a
one
Centaur
of the big
ulti
team
too.
fighters, and they're going to be able to catch Kid Track as well. So this is just free support kills
Executed.
for J.Storm, and probably a tower to take off of that one. Tier 2
could go
mid
top
is
two.
definitely going to fall. Tier 2 at top, already under assault from Resolution, but the
They wanna
backdoor
Roche.
protection comes out, so it's time to Roche. Looking like it.
You know what the worst thing is when you get stopped by Roche there during the one hit?
Yeah.
Oh, it feels bad.
Then when you try and get out, you get bashed again. This is one of my favorite things about Spirit Breaker, though, is the ability to stop split pushing for free.
Yeah.
It's actually, you know, not that bad. You just charge some creeps.
I mean, they had it last game when Moo played it against East Coast, but they just didn't really utilize it, I feel like, in the same way.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't pressure with their heroes at all. It just felt like they sat back, waited for the game. When they did go for these 5-man maneuvers, they weren't willing to hard commit. And when Leo played against them anyways, he just took advantage of that time to get really aggressive on the map everywhere. Whereas like here, they're doing a good job of splitting 2 waves at once, so that if only Anti-Mage is farming and the rest of your 5 heroes are pressuring the map, they feel like that's a good trade.
The Animage is getting farmed, but our Sven, Pugna, and Timbersaw are all kind of keeping pace.
You have 3 greedy-ish cores. Now, I will say the downside is that Pugna and Timber are pretty useless against Anti-Mage late. And they're going to make the jump on the Pugna, and this should be an
this is
instant
you're
blow.
going to see why the Pugna's useless against the AM. One stun, and he's done.
That is how you want to fight. If you start on the Pugna before he can get ward off, then that ends all semblance of a team fight. That's why you have these like tanky frontliners, bulldoze on the Spirit Breaker plus the Timbersaw. Like they're meant to just tank all that for you so that you can play the backline fights, exit, enter how you please.
Ether Lens soon for 1437. We've got, does he need to build full pipe? Probably, against this Leshrac.
I think he needs some sort of like game-winning item though. I don't know what that is, like a Hex or...
Dude, what is a game-winning item on Timbersaw?
That's always the problem with Timber. But, I mean, Moo seems like the only person that I ever see win with this hero.
Yeah.
Oh, as I...
What do you think he does differently?
I think he forces the battlefield around himself a lot more, and he doesn't treat it like a Beastmaster where he just sits in one lane and AFKs it.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty aggressive about how he moves around.
All right, well, they're going to reach a serious power spike around this Sven soon. You get to BKB, you've got the level 20 talent coming in as well. And all Kookaburra are really looking to do right now is just split push. You're going to see King RD very scared. Throws out the Spirit, looking to try and grab whatever bounty runes they can. Top lane. Resolution does manage to grab this one. Kitrak immediately blinked on. Stampede goes out though. And Kitrak trying to hide into a corner, but spotted by Resolution. Gets God Strength. And Stormhammer stunned.
Hey, look, his illusions don't deal anything though.
That is true.
It all works out, Austin.
Didn't they kind of not do anything to him because of Warcry though?
Yeah, but
Doesn't
you
that
know,
always
just
kinda
trying
happen?
to think about... Yeah, you just don't really look bad here. Keep that on the slide, dude.
Alright.
What is he going, by the way, Moo? I mean,
On who?
He's definitely going pipe, and then... No idea yet?
Yeah, pipe.
They're going to go with the Aegis here. This is a good timing. Again, the Sven, they always do this. So they're putting pressure on 2 lanes to try to force the anti-mage to think about coming back sooner.
Yeah.
And the worst part about it is the ET is nowhere in sight. I actually think the ET needs to be here for the defense. He's probably the more important hero.
And normally in this situation, like they're trying to split you, then you take 4 heroes and you run at them in one of these lanes, take a fight, but feels like they can't because Leshrack's so hard countered by this Pugna.
Agreed. He does have a BKB now.
Timbersaw's a monster too.
He does have BKB now. That's when the matchup becomes fine again.
Okay.
9 has been temporarily countered.
So he's got his 10-second BKB, so does Resolution as soon as he gets the courier to him.
Please wait for that item before we saw Beast Coast almost throw a game.
Yeah.
When Eric Dong did not pick up his BKB before taking a crucial fight.
Are they? No.
They're not killing him.
They're not killing Timbersaw.
They can try.
They can burn his mana. They can inconvenience him.
Very temporarily. They'll bother him a little bit.
Who knows? He knows something's up. So wait a minute. Found somebody, but I don't have a disable. I do have lots of damage, and it was close, but...
What talents did he take?
I think those are all the normal ones.
Yeah. This hero lacks for damage.
Yeah. Nobody gets the 8 reactive armor stacks, because... It's like, it doesn't add anything, right? You're already strong enough with the maxed out reactive armor stacks. The real problem is getting caught without it.
Yeah. Plus your damage is really just, it starts to top out real hard on this hero.
Yeah. So it looks like he picked up a plate mail just to give himself some more bonus armor when he doesn't have the stacks. And they knew the Timbersaw was down here, but they're going to choose, that's the person they're going to go for. Timbersaw, the most likely to be completely isolated. They're going to find him here. They do have a lot of burst damage, especially with the magic damage coming out from the Leshrack, combined with the Soul Catcher, cutting him down. He does pop the Bloodstone. It gets a lot of damage out, but you can see it's pretty hopeless. He's eventually going to die here.
They might just pressure the side lanes, though.
Yeah, you could see. Back. They had to pop the glyph.
Rezo popped his Godstring for this, did a little bit of damage. Pugna's going to blast once or twice more mid. It's going to force them back, but definitely not worth like 500 combined HP to kill you. To trade
they
off
saw him blink this way. They saw him on the tower. They saw him blink this direction. They're hoping to be able to find him, but Ritsu, he read that he couldn't stay there for long. And
Having
does manage to get a second tower of the game, but it's denied.
Having the Lincolns makes it really hard for him to die. Because then he always knows when they have vision of him.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets charged, he can just pop his spell shield and blink out. Because he knows at that point, oh, they're trying to set up the charge combo on me.
Yeah.
You don't even have to think about it. You just react. Still hard to see who's exactly going to win this. It'll really just come down to that one team fight.
Oh, spell shield bounces back the stun. Resolution's mana is gone just like that. And if anything, Kookaburra may still be able to take the fight as they pop the BKB and go straight for the Pug. Now he's dead. See if they can catch more. 1437 actually turning around there. Immediately gets purged up. Ritsu jumps onto him. Fear does manage to charge away though. So it's only going to be those 2 that die. But turn this into a tower, and the more towers drop, it means the more the AM can split push and create more and more space for himself.
And that all starts with Rezo getting caught out there by the counterspell. Ritsu just reading him.
It's just like one of those really low percentage situations, right?
Yeah, and the thing is, even if you get the stun on him there, what's the upside? Like, he has Lincolns.
Yeah.
There's going to be no follow-up. That's one of those plays where you're just kind of doing it
if it was
like reflex.
If it was like a more well-coordinated where they charged to break the Lincolns at the same time, but I don't think they did that.
He didn't even have God Strength, though.
Yeah.
That's why the play feels very off to me.
Oh, they do manage to get a 2-man stun, but the Stampede will give him a little bit more time to get away. The BKB activated by Resolution. Kookaburra know that it is time to leave. Or in Moon Meander's place, it's time to die. Bryle will be able to get away, but Kidtrack looks like he's going to be the other casualty here. Honestly, could have been a lot worse. Could have lost their Leshrack. They did get a lot of split pushing time. As you can see, Ritsu's about to take that tier 2 at top lane.
Ritsu's not coming back, I think.
No, he's going all the way, right?
Yeah. You think your ET can hold. There's no God Strength. There's no BKB on Sven. This is going to most likely force you in a situation where you've got to do or die. And they're going to pop the glyph themselves.
Yeah, they're the ones that have the glyph, though. This glyph from the Radiant side was forced to be used a while back.
They should sort of chase a little bit to create pressure and see if anybody's coming back and then get out.
They tried to, unfortunately. They did. Oh, maybe they didn't do a good enough job, as now they're going to just mass TP onto the Shrine. They're going to be able to find 14, 37, and 9. Blink. Oh, that was a close call. Ritsu not going to continue chasing him.
You don't know what's up there for you. Don't bother.
Yeah, you're already happy with the way the game's going, right, for the most part? Soon, a Scotty. Put him around 2,500, 2,600 HP. That'll be pretty massive.
It's nice for him to be able to fight the Sven too.
Yeah.
Get rid of that burst potential by getting just like raw HP as well. I think once he sees the data list too, getting a butterfly as your item isn't a bad choice either.
Mm-hmm. Setting up, with this push coming in to the bottom tier 2, the rest of the team's just got to play around this Shrine area, forcing J.Storm to walk up into a high ground into them. But J.Storm, oh no, Brown actually gets baited by a Rune. He is going to be stampeded up. He loses about half his HP. Resolution also popped his BKB, so it's not too terrible on the side, though. The charge actually stopping that initiation on 1437 means to lock them two together. And Ritz is being beaten down by Resolution right now. Eventually, it's going to fade, but not fast enough. Moon Meander. He thought he had a big opening for Ritsu, but both him and Ritsu are now going to die.
You saw what happened there, right? He got hit coincidentally by the Stun of Fear.
Yes, just as Ritsu blinked on top, and he's like, sweet, free kill on Grimstroke. The charge comes through, hits them both.
He just got lightly tapped?
That's all it takes.
The Grim ult links, keeps them both together, easy kill. Bryle did not help his team, though, by going for that Arcane Rune. It puts you in such a weird position when you have to defensively pop your BKB like that.
Yeah.
And now your anti-mage is dead for quite some time. Did he use all his gold for the Scotty buyout? Yeah.
He did.
This is going to be... I mean, they're worried, but...
Yeah, they're going to back up just because they don't want to overextend themselves. They're happy with it. Let's go ahead, hit the Shrine, hit the Roshan. There's so many objectives to take.
Wow. Both sides getting a little bit sloppy, but still. Good move by J.Storm to not just give up on that bottom area.
Yeah. I mean, that was just crazy. Kookaburra had the whole setup. It seemed like there was an entire game plan in place. Smoke up, sit on this high ground. They're going to run into us. Elder Titan's going to get an opportunity for a good stomp or whatever.
And then they just broke the line by having one person run down into the river to grab an Arcane Rune. It's tasty, but...
At the same time, when you're full HP, full mana, and the cooldown of your spells don't matter as much, it's not going to make a difference, right?
Yeah.
He's probably only casting one of each of these spells, and then Pulse Nova is just no cooldown, so...
At this point in the game, all that matters is like how you take the team fight.
Yeah.
That'll be what determines the majority of this game now.
Charge pop on Ritsu. Quickly blinks into the jungle area where he assumes they don't have vision of him. That's not where J.Storm's at anyway. They're all right behind this Timbersaw, pushing mid. They have the Aegis. They do manage to get a successful charge on Ritsu that gets countered for a moment. Ritsu spotted by the Timber.
Shouldn't be that worried, though,
Yeah.
because of how tanky it is.
Isn't it like the cooldown almost exactly the same? You have 1 second window to get a charge off.
Poor Fear.
Well, Fear's not that poor. 8,000 net worth. He's got a Solar Crest. He has many riches, Blitz.
My bad.
Because he's both got gold and the friendship of his team.
Very true.
Rich in spirit. That's why you poor as fuck.
It's true. I've got no friends.
Only online friends.
I wish I had those too. Y'all are jerks to me, though.
Twitch chat, anybody want to be Blitz's friend?
No. They don't, I'll tell you right now. I don't even have to look 5 minutes from now.
Nah, that's easy fishing. Twitch chat will definitely take you up on it. Ritsu. A lot of push at top lane. The siege creeps almost enough to finish up this tier 3. Moo, you gotta handle these. Moo, you gotta handle these. Don't let him do it. That would have been big, because Ritsu could freely take shrines.
I'll tell you guys, if you think to yourselves, I want to deny that tower. No. It's going to die anyway. Don't.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. You're a bad teammate.
You ever spite deny your own barracks, though?
I've done that before, yeah.
Yeah.
I only do that if it's about to die.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I'm like mass A-clicking it, yeah.
I've been in those games.
Oh, it is Hex. Oh, I'm hyped. Remember I said he needed a big item?
Yeah.
Don't go for that Lotus Orb.
That's a game winner.
You need a game-winning item on this hero. You're getting all this farm. Further tanking does not change the game, I think. Like, getting a little bit tankier doesn't really do anything. But as we saw...
At what point do you, as Ritsu, take the attempt to go through backdoor protection?
I would just do it now. They wouldn't expect it.
Yeah. I'm with it.
But we, of course, have perfect vision.
And this is a very important game for Kookaburra. This is the first game in a best-of-3, the lower bracket of the North American playoffs.
Apparently, we've been pronouncing it wrong, by the way. But
Kookaburra?
Yeah. If Toby can get away with some of the shit he says, like...
Well, that's a site that's not going to work. Ritsu, quick fingers there on the counterspell. Do I need to roll the R's more?
I don't know. I'll look it up.
All
right,
is that better, Twitch chat? You got it? What if I said that every single time?
Don't do it. It's Kookaburra?
Kookaburra?
Kookaburra? I don't know.
I mean, I really don't think we're saying it that wrong.
Kookaburra?
It's one of those like, you need to do slightly different. That is going to be a chain stun here on this Animage as the Inkswell almost going off in time, but the Stampede actually gets him away.
Nice ETL too.
Ooh.
Hard reset. And
yeah.
Now the Sven's completely out of mana. They've just got to back up, and you just have to buy time. And he's going Bloodthorn handed. Okay.
Okay.
That was timely.
Yeah.
You know, if he doesn't get that, he actually has to go all the way back and then come forward.
Yeah. He had to go. He would have to hit that up this shrine, but now he just gets to keep going.
Wait, what did he Grim Inkswell? He keeps trying to use it on creeps.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think that's a thing, even.
I don't think that's the thing either. I think you just keep giving it to your Spirit Breaker. Like you have, what? Okay, bulldoze. Doze on out.
There's no ET, or there's no
Moo's now here, so maybe this is the fight. They wanted to be able to get the site onto the AM, but none of them are actually going for it. They've already killed the Centaurs. Big Resolution charging into the front lines, and Ritsu trying to fight back. Hits Moo a little bit. That doesn't do enough damage. Neither does Defear. These heroes are just too tanky for Ritsu to take them apart. And he can't help his team. They have a buyback on the Leshrac, and they may just have to use it. Here's the two-man stomp. Comes out and follow up for the Elder Titan. If they can get the Leshrac stun to follow this up as well, it'd be sick. But landed onto Resolution. Doesn't have his BKB. But can they actually pursue him enough? His Aegis is worn out. This is why they wanted to be able to take this fight. It was around the Aegis timer going down. But even with the buybacks, they still cannot win the fight against J.Storm as they just escape cleanly.
I mean, they had a buyback there. Otherwise, you're getting racks anyways. But now you're putting J.Storm in a position if they win one fight, the game's just done. And if you're watching the replay, it's going to come down to that bottom engagement. They had all the advantages in the world. They were getting all the map control. That regen also helped a lot. Yeah. That messed with the timing that they were expecting. They thought Rezo had to go all the way back.
All right, just ignore the AM, go for the back line. Immediately tries to target Bryle, who doesn't have the buyback, but okay, gets forced after round, so we'll give up on that kill, turning back to Ritsu as best they can, but at the end of the day, it's Moo and Resolution who feel indestructible. No one can really target them whatsoever. Fear charges forward, trying to catch some heroes. The stomp comes in, lands onto 2. 9 managed to get the Decrepifying Both Fear and Resolution on a sliver of HP. BKB goes out from Resolution, allowing him to blink away, but 9 isn't as lucky as Ritsu gets on top of him. Still has the Abyssal activated, but he doesn't even need it. He'll just get the bash on a 1437 while they're chasing Moo as well. I thought these heroes were indestructible, but it looks like J.Storm, in their folly, in their hubris, are actually going to lose 4 as they try and take a big fight.
Yeah, and both teams just trading out right now. He might actually live. There's a lot of regen coming out.
No way. He's purged out. He may have a lot of armor, but there is a lot of magic damage here.
Do get him in the end, and all of a sudden they can push out this top lane and force buybacks themselves.
Yeah. I mean, they were in such a big winning position. 2 cores bought out.
Yes.
You didn't lose anything for it.
If you reset and you take the fight together, the game's done, I think.
Yeah.
And now J.Storm in a position where they might just lose Rax because I think they're loath to actually buyback here.
To give up on that buyback advantage that they have, yeah.
But as a result, you're just going to get Rax.
You're going to lose so much here. It's not just this top lane of Rax, it's potentially the mid lane as well, which is already being pushed in by Bryle.
This is really happening. The thing about J.Storm's lineup is they shouldn't lose fights like that when there's 5. It's always whenever they get split up and they just do something a little bit off.
Yeah. That time, like, Fear getting pretty greedy, tries to catch some heroes. Resolution follows it up and just a beautiful 2-man stun.
They got bloodlusted so hard. They were just like, the game's over if we kill Bryle here.
Yeah.
So they go for it. They get outplayed. The Centaur ult is so good here. It's working them right now.
Oh, Arcane Rune for Bryle. See how they take this next fight. AM is pretty much topped out, level 25, has the extra magic resistance, has dropped his boots because these are all the items he kind of has to hold on to now.
Also opted not to save for buyback. I think he realizes I don't have travels anyways. On top of the fact that if my team dies, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm not winning this game 1-on-5. So they're going to go for a deep smoke. This is their timing still. They still have a timing window where you'll just end the game if you find anybody.
Yeah. A little premature on the Inkswell.
They're holding
They
the
just
high
gonna
ground
stumble into the high ground. Just hold on to it. They had to actually hit the vision. They have to charge onto the Centaur. Tries to blink away, pops the Stampede, but at the same time they go for the initiation. They manage to catch the Elder Titan, who's saved momentarily by the disruption. And it looks like Resolution couldn't finish him off as he gets kited backwards to the rest of his team. Elder Titan and the Shattered Demon both escape. And now Ritsu's here. Not going to jump too far forward like J.Storm did not so long ago. They're going to move together as a unit. A 5-man smoke up. Timbersaw is going to show inside the base. They're going to see that one. So Ritsu feels pretty free just to jump forward. He gets a little bit of vision without his smoke breaking.
They want
to get it, the Blink Abyssal onto Fear. That'd be a decent pickoff for them. And sure enough, gets one. He managed to get off the bulldoze, so that Disable just doesn't last long enough. But now he jumps forward. He actually goes straight into the base of all things. The charge coming out. 9 actually getting forced in sight there into the counter spell. He was trying to use the force to break the Linkins and go for the scythe. Instead, he pushed and scythed himself. Gotta be careful with that one. Otherwise, you were literally delivering the, what's it, the gift, don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Can you imagine if he
It's going to be Ritsu. He's just going to be like, oh, free puck now.
He forced and hexed himself for me. That's a new one.
And that is a Refresher Shard, which I think you want the Aghanims in this game.
Yeah, you do. For the Centaur.
But we'll see how J.Storm takes it. They could still be the recipient of the Refresher Shard. I don't know if they want that either. I think both sides want the Aghanims. Sadly not the case here. 18-21. Oh, Ritsu! What a hard read. He just found 9 inside of the jungle. An insane play. Resolution goes for the back line. Does manage to kill the Shatter and immediately buys back. He's already, he's held onto his BKB. They managed to get the Soul Blind locked onto 2, but Resolution isn't here yet and still needs 3 seconds. The double side, though, coming out from 9. They got the control onto Ritsu, but they're focusing on the Elder Titan instead. They do manage to kill him. That's another buyback. Used out. Ritsu, oh, Moonmander with a nice 2-man stop, but they're just simply trying to retreat right now. And Ritsu can't get far enough away. Fear locks him down with a charge. Now the follow-up, Nether Strike, silence, everything being used, but disruption from Kitrak. Can it save him? Ritsu, no! Too much damage from Moo as the pure damage of the Whirling Death. Well, that's not pure damage anymore, but it still did enough damage, and they're going to find the Shatter Demon with no buyback, too. J.Storm will back up to the Roshan pit because I believe they don't know that Ritsu doesn't have buyback. He's only out by 100 gold.
If they knew, the game would just be over right now.
Yeah.
And
they picked up Bounty Runes,
they're
so
going to make the smarter play, but...
I mean, should he buy back and contest Roche?
No. I don't think so. Oh,
well,
he's going
he
to.
says you're wrong, and I'm going to do it.
He's straight up going to. I guess they have ET, but it will be a 4-on-5.
And he just uses Echo Stomp without hitting anything, so little window But JStorm not going to go back into that pit. There is a heavy push coming into top lane. You just have to ignore it for now. Who cares if tier 4s go down?
Roshan is all that matters. He bought
Never
back
mind.
for this.
Move's got boots of travel, so he can handle it.
He used the buyback for this. This is a heavy commitment.
Wait, Whirling Death is still pure damage. I was right.
This puts them in a do or die position now.
Yeah.
On the anti-mage. By going for the buyback right there, because reasonably you could have waited it out. You might have lost like 1 Rax, but
the game just got real hard for Ritsu. He has the Scythe on Timbersaw, but now coupled with a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, and now the Sven Godstrength popped. Aegis still on the ground, but now you've just given up Aegis without having... I mean, they weren't able to contest it, so now what?
Now you bought back for nothing.
Yeah, I think the ET probably could have just kept that going for long enough. Like, throwing out spirits into the area. The Timbersaw's going to go back, so there's going to be no push anyways. If you weren't going to defend that Roshan, the buyback now feels a lot worse.
Yeah.
Now you can't buy back to potentially just win a fight. This... What is the... Show me the win probability. Let me see how confused... Okay, it's just like a...
What? It's in the favor of Kookaburra and has been the entire time.
Yeah. But look at those little dips. It's just up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
Am I confused? I thought, like, late game Sven beats AM when they both get max slotted.
Absoluted?
Yeah. Am I crazy?
Maybe. They really like the anti-mage.
They must.
But
maybe it's like the
I think
Spectre.
that looks accurate, but it just needs to dip down a little bit more and dip up a little bit more.
So maybe the baseline is wrong? You're saying this should be the 50%?
Yeah. But it's fine.
Well, we're going to look at Bloodthorns all around. One for Sven, one for the Timbersaw.
We're in the end game now, Cap.
We're getting there. It's 48 minutes in. 8,000 net worth lead for J.Storm. They have plenty of buybacks available. It's only the Pugnas who's still on cooldown for another 4.5 minutes, while Kookaburra, well, they have no buybacks. It's only the Leshrac who's available, but the important one is Ritsu. He's the hard carry for this team. He's trying to switch up his build. He thought about butterflies, now going to go for the extra moon shard, deciding he can't get rid of any of his items that he has right now. Okay. Gotta be careful with that.
All right. That was a fun interaction.
Well, he did get vision of where Fear was, so he knows where the bad guys are.
He was Naruto style running to him, dude. You just... I would have just completed it. That looked hilarious. Oh. Got scared there for a sec.
Eats the moon shard.
That is the one thing about using your buyback. It's very freeing. Use all the gold you want.
Yeah.
They want to try to utilize this DD to get the tower. Not having to use God Strength is a pretty big boon to them right now.
Down it goes. Resolution. And at this point, when they don't fight you for tier 3, aren't you just kind of tempted to hit the barracks?
A little bit.
They're scared to fight me anyway. Why, like, when nothing has changed.
This is your timing. You've got a refresher too, so you've got double BKB, double God Strength.
Dodges the stomp, jumps forward. Immediately goes for Brile. Actually, forced that forward. The Lotus Orb goes out, though, and J.Storm are not able to get the Scythe on him.
They didn't hard commit anything, though. Now they have.
That's a hard commitment to God Strength, but it's worth it if they can get the melee barracks and get out. The stomp as well as the glyph being used at the same time. Not perfect. Resolution can just keep swinging.
And Ritsu's blinking higher up to farm some more newts. Not really. I'd like him to cut waves right now.
Yeah.
I think that's the most effective thing he could be doing.
Well, top and mid are already pushed in, so.
Easy. They got vision of him right now.
Yeah.
Oh, if he loses like this, okay. He's going to blink out.
He doesn't give, Fear does not give the indication that they had vision of him by charging on him.
I like that. That ward might continue to pay off later on.
Yeah.
Why bother? As they might even bait him here.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Just knowing that he's around this area, and Ritsu does try and take it. He doesn't get the bulldoze off. Fear drops pretty low, but the ultimate isn't enough. Ritsu blinks quickly into the trees, knowing he had only seconds to work with. And seconds as Timbersaw, hot pursuit.
What 25 talent did Brile take? I'm almost certain he took the Edict, right?
Edict explosions, yeah.
That's a game-winning talent.
I don't think I've ever really seen a whole lot of Lightning Storm slow.
Hey, I saw one person take it.
Yeah, and he lost?
No, they won that game.
Or did they already win the game? Did it have no impact?
No comment.
I mean, you can chain slow people. That's what you got.
It's kind of neat
Uh-huh.
with the Ags and all that. And everyone's real slow and sparkling around you. Oh.
One by one. I mean, if
You
they
gotta
want to
fight
wait
them.
until they have buybacks,
They'll lose, yeah.
I think they just lose Megas. I have no doubt J.Storm will just keep pushing.
This game is so clowny. I just gotta say it. Like, it's now J.Storm's turn to. The pendulum swings both ways,
Dude,
right?
are they just are they getting into their own heads a little bit too much? They're not making the game simple enough. Just hit the buildings until
both
they try and
teams kind
stop
of
you.
are. Like J.Storm, whenever they get a lead, they get baited by the bloodlust.
Yeah.
You know, the dark arts take over them. But you need to just relax. And conversely, you know, Bryle and Ritsu, they played such a good game, and then they just have that one boneheaded moment where you're just like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, you can see that these teams could be very, very, very good. But you can also see why they're not competing with Ford right now.
Yeah.
But this is where it all starts.
And this could be where it all ends, too, as over 50 minutes of gameplay here in this first game in a series that determines whether these teams will drop out their run for the International.
This is a really slow-paced game considering like the type of heroes that we have. We have so much team fight, so much engage, disengage. But 52 minutes in, 19 to 25. Smooth's going to pick up a Shiva's guard. I do like his Hex build. I think that he really needed that.
Yeah.
You need a game-winning item. That's what he got.
Goes back for the Ags, though.
He's going to synth it, right?
Just synth it, yeah.
Yeah, that's really only... That sounds like a drug. I don't like saying that.
Hey, kid, we got some hot new synthetic on the field.
Synth.
Well, they're going to have some free synth pretty soon here. Roshan, potential spawn time in just a minute or so. Kookaburra trying to find an opening. Oh, no, they tried to go for Moo right as he timber chained away. That was unfortunate. And if you're J.Storm, you try and immediately hit the base, right? Force him back.
Yeah, I think so.
Hit.
Try instead.
Hit the base.
They're going to smoke and wait for somebody to come defend. They've got the travels too. I'd like to see Moo just come in right now. He's like, he represents the biggest kill threat on the map. So they're going to get one blast on the tower. They'll deem that worthy. They'll say worth.
Unhealable.
That's unhealable damage, baby.
If you want a real world word, that's irreparable. But, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's not what that means. As Moo continues
That's exactly what?
to stick around this bottom lane. Still has the Moon Shard.
Yeah, he still has the Moon Shard. He still has a Refresher Shard as well. He's getting to a point where he might as well consume the Moon Shard and pick up a new item.
Come on, Rezo. I know it's your first item, but you don't need to hang on to that thought.
It has sentimental value. But if you consume it, it's with you forever, Blitz.
That's very true. That's a good way to look at it.
That's an item you can't drop and kill.
That's creepy. Eat it. Okay.
I mean, to be real, though, how much extra gold does he need for him to be able to eat it, buy something else, and still have buyback? It's a good amount. Unless it's not that expensive an item, like a Boots of Travel. I mean, if they do mass Boots of Travel and Timbersaw like actually finds the opening on Ritsu at some point, they stumble into each other, he managed to get the Scythe before, well, the Scythe and Bloodthorn, which he was going for.
I need somebody to build, like, what is the, that item?
Nullifier? Or
Nullifier, yeah. I need somebody to build Nullifier on either team, really.
Yeah, the only way to kill this Sven, it looks like right now, is to nullify him.
It'd be sick, though,
He's
if they
got
had one.
Satanic and BKB. And if you nullify him, he can't eat his Moon Shard.
That was the smartest, dumbest thing I've heard you say ever.
4-man smoke up. Ritsu. Looking to try and push in the wave. Looks for the
no.
Timbersaw again, and they finish up the Roshan at the same time. If they manage to get the opening on Timbersaw in exchange for the Rosh, like that might not even be that terrible. But twice now, they try and jump Moo right as he chains
Spidey
away.
senses. a bit of him new.
All right, so who has the
I heard somebody eat it. I think the Timber. I think the Timber just ate it. Yeah.
Timber ate it, so he's not going to go for his axe.
I like it. Is he the best target? You could make the Grim thingy. That's not bad.
Yeah.
But I guess because the anti-mage
Dude,
is
it's
like
so
built.
good versus AM.
Oh, he's got one already. That's what it is. That's what
he does?
We haven't clicked on Grim in like forever.
That's true. Oh, and he's got Refresher Shard too. Holy cow.
He's gonna have his own.
Yeah, it's like his own Manta. He can have 2 AM illusions too. All right, Ritsu's just like. Eventually, you're gonna mess up, right? Like when you have to hard split push this much to try and keep the game alive.
No, because I think you have to hard commit so many heroes to going back.
Little resolution.
The
Just
DD
don't
gets
give a damn.
purged.
Need a double damage. It gets purged away, but they get the melee barracks and they force him out. Doesn't lose his Aegis.
They did have Glyph, right? They opted not to use it?
Yes, Glyph is
Okay.
up on both Radiant and Dire.
I guess it matters more for that top defense. Maybe they think that at some point they're just going to all in for it, which I don't think is a bad assumption at all.
It's still not in the favor of J.Storm. These barracks are dying, and it's still like, but Kookaburra is still going to win.
We'll think about it.
Like, how many more barracks need to die before the algorithm goes, Megas are coming up soon? You know what? It would just be so great if Kid Track had items. Shadow Demon late game can be a beast, but unfortunately, level 19 with only arcane boots. And this is a hero that at this point is not going to have any farming tools.
I feel like we haven't seen a kill in. It's now been 6 minutes, I think.
I can tell you. You got the barracks, shrine, barracks, tower. There it is.
How long ago was that? That was like 45 minutes.
I got to watch resolution here. As he's going to go for the high ground. Once again, the Soul Catcher doing so much. He's going to be able to burst him down, take away that Aegis. He gets healed up by 9. So much life drain, plus the Satanic. Resolution back up to half HP, but now he gets bursted down with the Soul Bind onto 2. With the Sight, but the Stampede's already been used, so they can back up a little bit. Looks like they got the Dark Portrait onto 1. But because of the Lotus Orb, didn't get the other. J.Storm actually probably did get the other, but the Leshrac just instantly blew it up.
I don't even think that getting Megas ends this game, though.
Yeah, I
with
don't
the
think so
heroes that they
either.
have. And Ritsu's preparing for it. He's kept the Battle Fury in the holster, just in case. Do they have a Vlad's on their team? I have to imagine they do, or somebody's going to go for it at some point.
But like, at what point does KKB finally have the items to fight? Like, even if they go Megas and they stretch another 58 minutes, like they have already.
Well, I really think the crazy part is it comes down to this SD getting more farmed.
I think so too.
But he's so underfarmed at this point that I don't know what to do. Like, does anybody from... I don't think anybody else benefits from the farm anymore. I legit don't think that anybody else gets, like...
I mean, you could have some items on DET.
Yeah, I mean, he can get BKB, but after that, it's like...
Aghanims.
Well, oh, Axven. Nice, I like it.
No, what? No, Ags ET.
Oh, okay.
With the disarm.
ICT. It's alright. I thought when you said Aghanims, Sven had just bought one. So that's what I thought you were considering. Alright, so
mean,
it's been like...
Sven is not great with this team.
It's been 13 minutes.
Who right-clicks?
They've got like 8 hexes, and it's been 13. Oh, here we go.
Okay, we're going to try and burst down Boo as quick as possible. He's actually got so much mana to work with, and the entire team was already set up behind him. They get the charge on through, and Ritsu's like, oh, shit, I got to get out of here. Moon Meander, he also used the Stampede trying to get away. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Nope, going to get denied. Shivas and Chakram will keep him from blinking away. The charge coming through, and finally, after what has been 20, it's been about 15 minutes.
But 15 minutes for our next kill.
15 minutes, we finally got a kill.
15 minutes later.
And time, all right, now J.Storm are definitely going to do something, right, to force a buyback?
Let's go.
It's going to happen. Oh, they got the charge. They got the scythe. Oh, Ritsu's in trouble. One stun, followed up, another Scythe of Ice. They do have the Stormhammer.
Nice
Kid Track is there with the disruption. Gets a gold Soul Catcher. Ritsu managed to blink in, uses BKB. Kid Track gets away as well. Nether Strike not going to be able to grab him. Bryle, he's good as well.
Of course, no one's going to die.
Ooh, dude, I can't believe they went for the Timbersaw, honestly.
Yeah, that
guy was not dying.
Let me just say, they've tried that like 4 times now, and none of the times has it worked.
Yeah.
It's either been he blinks out at the last second, or he just straight up lives because he's the tankiest hero on the map. Let me tell you guys, a 5th time will not go in your favor.
Moo's got 1 billion gold right now. Scythe. Ah, good catch. But can the two of them by themselves be able to burst down Ritsu? It's going to be a little bit close.
Magic res.
So the pullback of the double chakram. It's enough.
They're doing it now.
Yeah, now buybacks are definitely going to be forced. And, well, Kookaburra, you're going to have to get one hell of a hold on here. The level 25 for ET. He can throw out some Earth
Surely
Splitters.
Dota Plus thinks now.
Finally, it's in the
We
favor
have
of
crossed the
J.Storm.
threshold.
Resolution chopping down buildings with his mighty sword. There's just one
just
left
gonna play
before
without,
Megas. Come on, are you guys really not going to buy back? Well, J.Storm, they're going to find an initiation. Eventually, they're going to be able to jump the Elder Titan. The disruption going out. Still no buyback. The Centaur about to come up naturally, but King RD, he's going to be saved by the Decrepify. And they've already used Resolution's BKB. He still has the Satanic, but he's down to half HP thanks to the Soul Catcher and an ET split. It's a huge amount of damage. Resolution's now healing.
Where's
up
the
Life
buyback,
Drain and the
Ritsu?
Satanic. He's back up to full just like that. A Soul by another 2. Disruption going to be able to save the Last Strike, but the Chakram's still on top of him. They do manage to get Ritsu trying to jump on a Resolution, but the Decrepify out from the Pugna is going to be able to save him jumping farther. They have to be able to catch some of these heroes. There's Megas, they use buybacks, there's so many things, but they're not going to get anything in return.
I have to imagine you use buyback there when you get the jump onto the Sven like that. If you get Abyssal onto him, then all of a sudden he doesn't get that Satanic off, turn around, get to full HP.
Yeah, you had the percentage-based combo. You got the Soul Catcher, you got the Earth Splitter. You only needed a little bit more damage. Oh, it's time. Wait, what do you think? Do you think he's going to consume the old moon shard?
I honestly hate you, Rezo. Dude, please eat it.
Or, wait, is he going to consume the old moon shard or the new one?
Sentimental value holds great place in his heart.
Yeah, but that means it should go inside you. Closer to your heart.
No.
You know, the belly's close to the heart.
No. If I bought you a really nice watch to keep it
You
forever,
don't want me to
you're
eat
literally
it?
just going to Christopher Walken style put it in you? No. You fool.
Well, you better not buy me a nice watch. You already heard what I'm going to do.
Apparently. You buy a nicer watch, you're just like, well, you know where this one's going.
Whose Octarine is this? Moo, of course. Yeah, Moo's. He had so much gold at some point. He had like 12,000 gold. We can have double scythe from 1437 himself. Oh, finally an item change on KKB. Divine Rapier it is. Hope for the best. Time to eat another Ags. That's going to be 9. Fear, you wanna eat some too? No, he's been given a moon shard, or did he eat a moon shard? I'm sure he's given
okay.
a moon shard.
Rezo gave him the moon shard. That's what it was. Okay. Wonder if he kept his original. Oh, he's eating a moon shard. He ate a moon shard himself. You didn't watch whether or not he kept.
Oh no! He had it queued up and everything.
Nah, he definitely just ate the new one. So now Rezo's got like so many moon shards. Moon shard on moon shard action. He's bought a bottle for himself too. I like it, just for DD runes late game.
Yeah. Can't hurt. And they're just waiting for enough what? Enough power runes, enough bounty runes, enough gold? They have enough gold.
You can never have enough
just
gold.
look at the net worth difference between Shadow Demon and anybody on the dire side.
This is a real like you know, it's some metaphor that I can't really track. And 1%
haves and haves nots.
Yeah, exactly.
The real 1% is
the
bottom 1%.
Universal basic income for SD. If you raises wages by like 20%, man, he'd have an X.
Yeah. If everyone just took away 1% of their own income and gave it to SD right now, he would have that Aghanim Scepter.
And you wouldn't even be that much more poor. Like,
no, dude. Hey, they would just have a little less pocket change to work with. They would even still have buyback on all of them.
You think Moon needs 7240 gold right now? Like,
no. Well, I mean, 1%. 1% is 500 gold from the Sven.
Yeah. Dude, SD needs it. I actually think Kitrick is the only way. It's really sad. It's like he's the only way they could win, but they can't. There's no way they can do it. He's the only hero that can continue to scale. I don't know why Ritsu's even bothering hitting these creeps. I think you legit just watch him slowly push up the range.
He should just position himself to give disruption illusions.
Get these range creeps.
I think they realized this too late, though.
I don't. I mean, I'm kind of trolling because it's not like, what is he really gonna do? He's not gonna farm that fast.
Nah, dude, he's gonna get the Aghanim Scepter plus the level 25 talent.
He has no GPM talent.
Actually, no, I take that back. He gets the disruption charges and creates his own army of AMs.
Ah, I could see that working.
And then 1437 is gonna get a refresher, and he's gonna have his own army of Dark Portrait AMs.
I like it. I like it. Do you think we see the 75-minute mark?
No. That's not happening. No way that's happening.
Okay, what are we at? 68? All right, let's see it.
I mean, he was building an Aghanim Scepter. Maybe you give this one to Fear. You know, you can build your own Aghanim Scepter. Give Fear the Sin.
I hope this game never ends.
Fear, that was yours. Take it. It's yours.
Fear's got cheese. Don't worry about it.
And Steve's just looking at this cornucopia of items in the pit. He's just like,
the rich get richer, man.
How you all just gonna litter like that?
At least they're not pulling a coal where they're literally leaving like cheeses.
Yeah, I'm losing the game as a result. All right, they gave it to 9. So apparently 9 doesn't have to buy his own Aghanim Scepter. Come on, man. Send for the supports. You've got 7 items.
Well, now he's got 8.
All right. Well, with the Aegis on, shit, I don't even know who the Aegis is on because it's like, wait, who is the Aegis? Oh, that's Pugna. Pugna, refresher shard for the Sven. There's no way we're gonna see the 75-minute mark unless J.Storm screw this up drastically. Start things off. Just a little bit of poke and prodding at these tier 4s bit by bit.
They popped the glyph for this too. They anticipated the Pugna Blast.
Okay.
But he's just going to wait half a second and throw it after.
I mean, the Pugna Blast isn't even that big of a deal. He's just going to throw another one. I would have waited the glyph for like a real commitment. I would have waited for like Sven to hit things. Who Sven, by the way, was hiding himself. Shows himself now as they kill a ward real quickly as the smoke was about to expire.
Puts the refresher into
Jump
his
forward
pocket.
onto 2, and that's going to be a dead Pugna with the Aegis. Now the charge forward on through. Hits Ritsu, but he still has his BKB's resolution. Can't set him up. They get the soul bind on him, but he blinks away, seeing that he was in danger. With the soul bind, if he lashed anybody, it would have been big time trouble. Nether Strike going out. Fear, a little bit out of position. As a result, tier 4s are falling fast. Moon Manor gets the stun under resolution, but it's just buying time for Ritsu to get back in there. But the 3-man charge out from Fear. Charges through all these. Ritsu goes to the back line, but the AO just out. He put that in from 9, and Ritsu didn't realize it. Now a refresh shard from resolution. Ureen pops a God Strength and BKB to cut down Bryle, who does have a buyback. But let's get King RT and Ritsu blasted down. Pugna wards. Now the life drain onto the center. Still not quite enough, but throw it down. Resolution's just going to take down the big building. The side is going to stop for a moment. The Pugna will die eventually. So Ritsu's able to finish him up, but one last swing from Resolution finishes off the Ancient. 69 minutes, 20-30 with a 47,000 gold lead. But J.Storm will walk away with victory in game 1.
Dota Plus probably gives J.Storm like a 80% chance now.
It's not even 100%.
They're still not really sure.
Like I don't know. Are they really winning?
Oh. That was a doozy.
That was a doozy, and there is a lot to break down, which I'm sure Blitz has already had enough to say. And BSJ and Grant will have their time now.
That was quite a storm.
Wow.
No,
there
I'm
was
just
no
kidding.
Storm Spirit.
What? J.Storm?
J.Storm.
Oh.
Dog. Are you dog? No, that was
I don't know, man.
That was a very slow-paced game, and I honestly thought we were saying it wrong. A Kookaburra. That's right.
Kookaburra?
Kookaburra's right. 100%.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, people are dumb. I thought they had that game at about the 25-30 minute mark. I thought they were playing completely okay. Ritsu was just going to carry. He full bought a Scotty and then died at that, like when they were by the enemy team's secret shop.
Do that.
And like the game, that's where the game, I know the game was like 69 minutes long, but that was where it was like, why'd he do that? Like, and he died multiple times without buyback that game. It was very strange.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say J.Storm played that well, but they won, and that's what matters, right? It is at the end of the day.
You get out with the W.
Ritzy's been randomly dying a lot through this qualifier.
Dude, like more than normal.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
it's weird.
when I say that, I mean it's like more than you would expect the player himself to do. I don't understand it fully.
Do you think the pressure's getting to him?
We could come up with all kinds of reasons why.
Sure.
Yeah, it's so
Do it.
impossible. Pressure, teammates, like whether or not you feel like you're on the same page as your team, whether or not you feel like you have to tell them too many things so you're distracted, whether or not you're not confident in them so you're overplaying.
Yeah.
Like whatever it is, you know?
Because I agree, because he's one of those guys. He's actually, surprisingly, he just likes to farm. Like, he likes to play very safe and passive, and in these games, he's been playing very aggressive, and I feel that goes to one of the things you said. His team, right? Maybe it's his team. Like, yo, you got to fight with us. You have to come in. Even if he doesn't want to, right? You can't just be like, nope, sorry, not coming.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that can happen in a short period of time when you throw a stack together of players losing confidence in each other, and it forces unforced errors. Like things that they're trying to make up for things they don't believe in, they don't trust their teammate. And I don't know. That's what it looks like to me because, like, you never know, though. It happens to every player.
Spirit Breaker, one of support. Like, I wouldn't even say it was, like, the best game. I thought the Grimstroke really helped, right? Like, just Inkswell as well as a Spirit Breaker is just insane. Like, it is a very good combo early, even mid-game. That game.
But what were you saying over there about these two teams when you were watching this game, Grant? Like, towards the end?
Nothing. No, I was saying, saying.
What'd you say?
I literally said if both these teams are going to play like this, they shouldn't even try to play against forward.
Oh, damn.
That's why I didn't want to, because I do mean it in a way, because forward plays, compared to the other three teams, how fast they play, right? Mm-hmm. They take a fight as an IO Gyro, they take your base. They take your fight as a Leshrac, they take your base. In games like this, people are playing not to lose, not to win.
Yeah.
Like, you need to play to win, not play on the back
And there's just always,
foot.
like, some weird moment where somebody just dies, and then the game gets reset.
It's just a little bit of sloppiness, a little bit like a discipline, and that's why I wanted to call him out to say that. Just because, like, you don't see the 70-minute games with forward.
They know exactly.
They get
how
the
to do
lead,
it,
they win. Like when you were saying that you thought they were going to win around 25, 30 minutes with the anti-mage, with a couple of mistakes, and suddenly the game goes the other way, and then a couple of mistakes from J.Storm, the game is even suddenly, and now it's a 70-minute game.
The only thing, I guess, before we probably should go to break is, how about that Hyperstone pickup? We were theory crafting over there, and BSJ, tell them that, because you did say, like, you understood why.
I was like, it would take, like, 14 Midas usages to make up for the 2,000 gold you get from the Midas, and then the Hyperstone, you're going towards the AC anyways, so by the time you get... Yeah, by the time you would...
it was Moochard,
yeah, so
okay.
I'm saying, like,
you're going to buy one
by the time
eventually.
you're buying that item, he's saying that he wouldn't have used his Midas enough times to have... By then, he would already be selling it.
And I don't agree with
I'm not
his
saying
reasoning.
that's right.
Yeah, but I assume that's
I'm saying that has to be what he came up with, where it's like, I'm going to sell this Midas anyways. Might as well get the attack speed item that I'm going to keep at the end of the game rather than the Midas.
Okay.
I definitely don't like it, though.
I didn't like it either, but that's what we thought. So that was interesting. That was definitely a very odd innovation.
All right. Well, that was just game number 1.
Yo! Only number 1. So what game's next?
The same.
Game number 2.
Game
Oh.
2.
Two
That's how
ones
counting
together.
works.
Indeed, we are going to take a quick break, but when we get back, Kookaburra sits in an Oakum tree. We'll take on the Storm, made of Jays. Who will come out on top and play Beast Coast tomorrow? Stick around, and you will find out.